What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. We're going to talk about how to beat floor 10, the first floor on the normal Doom Tower with a 5-star Buringiri. When looking on YouTube for how to beat this boss, it is very tough. It's a tough boss to beat, but most of the guides are obviously aimed at like Doom Tower hard and with 6-star champions and amazing great holes and all that kind of stuff. This is a much more kind of budget beginner account. So we're not even a month into the game, and this is kind of the setup that we've got. I'll run this through. Hopefully speaking, it does work. If we can get Burangiri to the boss, we win. If we can't get him to the boss, we don't. So we've got Kale in for damage. We have got Looking, got a couple of legendary champions. Don't worry, you don't need them, I don't think. Tarogi the Froggy for a bit of provoke, bit of decreased attack, bit of ally protect. He's not brilliant because we're facing a lot of force enemies. Same for Kale, a lot of force enemies. Weak hits, doesn't lance poisons, kind of annoying. We've got the Shamrock in. He does increased defense, AoE speed up, which is nice. And then really Shiramani is our control champion. She does AoE freeze, 80% chance, and she's going to try and lock out the waves. So it's a long run. It's pretty slow, to be honest. I've programmed the AI so that, at least it's supposed to program the AI so that Shiramani doesn't use her freeze on the first level. So I don't know why she's done that. It's super annoying, because if she does use the freeze, the AoE freeze on the first go, then it means that we might not have it on the second go, and we need to lock out the bad Alcazar, because this wave, because it's all force, it does cause us a lot of problems. But let's just see how we get on. Now Buringiri, I did try this with him at 40. He was quite close to doing it, and possibly if I'd rolled up his gear, we could have got it done. But with him being 5-star, it's going to be a bit faster. So that's where the bad RNG comes in, because we froze everybody but bad Alcazar, and that's really annoying because he will basically cleanse the freeze off everyone. So it's like the move never happened. And I think this is like one of the runs that will probably fail on auto. If I do it manually, we've got a better chance, I guess, because we can save everybody's cooldowns. We can try and go for the stun on Burangiri, the provoke on him. Again, just trying to lock out the bad L. But it looks like we might make it through with 4 of the champs to the boss. Again, cantrip, super annoying, will steal our buffs. So yeah, we've just got to get lucky with a few freezes from Shiramani and Kale doing a bit of damage. It looks like we might get through this, actually. I was getting worried for a second there that we wouldn't make it. The rest of the team is crap for the Dreadhorn. They all pretty much die. So the mechanics for this are that he will frequently spawn these dread bombs, and when they blow up, they really hurt. He will also place bombs that are unremovable with a little yellow box around them on your characters. They'll hurt. But what Buringiri does is he's got a passive that whenever an enemy or an ally dies, he heals by 15%. Now, these dread bombs here count as an ally, so whenever one of them goes off and damages him, it then heals him back up 50%. So it's like a full heal. I've got him in the free starter regeneration set that the game gives you. We've got okay luck and got a couple of okay pieces. He is resistance champ, so a resistance lead, because we don't really want the Dreadhorn dumping bombs on us. Strength obviously helps because it's a little bit of damage reduction. And it's just like this. Now, I think we can get this down to like 4 minutes, but it involves Shiramani placing the Brimstone, because I have got her awakened. That then does some extra damage. But other than this is how I'm completing my advanced quest every day. Getting this boss, repeated. I just stick it on, continue if we lose, go away for half an hour, 40 minutes, come back, and hopefully 5 of the keys have been successfully used. Quite pleasing. I think that we can get this first stage done just with a level 50, because whilst I think in the medium, maybe long term, Burangiri is worthy of a 60. At the start of the game, we're working desperately on our dungeons, we're working incredibly hard on our clan boss team. We've got much better kind of overall account improving champions to invest in, rather than taking this guy to 60 for basically the Bommel. That's pretty much his main and only use. He does have some control in his kit. He is defense based, so he's an okay champ. I think we will get a bit more playtime out of him now that he's 50. But as I say, putting him to 6-star and 60 is not really massively high on my priorities. The rotation for Doom Tower ends in 4 days, so I'm hoping it's something different. It might be the Magma Dragon as the first boss next time rather than Bommel, in which case Buringiri will still be useful because he does have the provoke, of course, on his A1, but the chance is fairly low, and there's no automatic healing mechanic in that boss. But what I'm getting at is I think it would be a little bit of a mistake at the moment to 60 him when we don't have our clan boss team built, when we are finding it difficult to get through the waves of Doom Tower. Again, there's an argument he would help for that because he does offer some control, but I think we'd be better off 60ing Shiramani ahead of him. I think even Rector Drath would probably be quite a good 60 because she does some healing, she does some veils, she does some decreased attack. So yeah, but this is the run. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it does get the job done. And as I say, it's pleasing it's only a level 50 character because that is way easier to do than a 6-star. We haven't had to grind up all of the 40s or level them all up with the 1-stars, which just does take absolutely forever. And again, I'm sure this will get faster if we get these extra 10 levels on him up to 50. We've got artifact enhancement with CVC in a couple of days, so we'll roll his gear up then, I think, to level 12. That will then help. But once he's done this, we will pop and have a look at his gear. So there we go, guys, 6.5 minutes. Best time, as you can see, 2.5 minutes. That was a manual run where Shiramani was freezing the dread bombs, which obviously helps with the damage reduction. Buringiri is not the only champ that can do this. Lady Annabelle has got a very similar passive and can do it. Looking at Buringiri, the regeneration set paired with an immortal set comes in clutch. It's an 18% heal each time he goes. You really want to get some resistance if you can somewhere, so maybe lucky to get the resistance chest plate because it means the bombs from the Dreadhorn don't go on him. It might well work if this was an HP chest, because obviously that would just make him have higher HP, so maybe we could cope with the bombs from the boss going on, but I haven't tested it, so I can't be sure. Defense, pair of gloves. The bombs ignore defense, so it's not really helping, but it does give us more damage because it's defense based. Some HP percent boots, which were nice. We've got a double roll in defense and HP, so you're just looking for resist, HP and defense. So his res is 101. Then of course in his aura he's got another 40, so that's like 140. So his total stats are HP 20k, defense 1400. His speed's really crap at 93. I've got almost no speed in the build. Really low crit rate at 25%. Again, look, it's early game and it just is what it is. Res of 100, accuracy of 18, so he's not unlikely to land any of his debuffs. Crappy ring on him, HP and attack, but we're so early, there's not really much. The only 4-star ring we've got is this one, which wouldn't do him no favours really at all. So yeah, the rest of the team doesn't matter, just bring any champs that can get him through to the boss and you will be able to beat it. So some interesting other control champs that you could do are Templar. He's farmable from the campaign. He has got a 4-hit at random with, if you book him up, a 50% chance to provoke on each hit. So that could be nice. Places block damage on himself, so he's kind of okay to face the Dreadhorn himself. There are some strategies using this guy as a solo champ. He also counterattacks with his passive if he gets a bomb put on him, and then he puts decreased speed on the boss, and that would help as well, some decreased speed. So he's a good option. And then the other control champ who is free, who I was thinking of, which would be quite good, is in the Barbarians, and it is an uncommon champ, so quite easy to get and build, and this is Zephyr Sniper. AoE A1, 15% chance of cooldown of random skill on each target by a turn, books up to 30%. If you did get a booked or masteried up, I think that would go up to 35. That's a really nice move for the waves because you potentially are locking like that super annoying Bad El Khazar out. She is defense based, you can build her quite tanky and she will hit hard, so she'll do quite well getting you to the boss. She won't be very helpful on the actual boss. She also brings the small version of continuous heal for 2 turns, 4-turn cooldown if you book her out. Her defense natively is quite good at 1200, particularly for an uncommon, and her HP is not that bad Like, it's not great, but for an uncommon, 13,400-ish is decent. So she'd be good. She'd be strong affinity as well. So that is somebody who you can maybe take to 40, invest in some okay gear for her. You might be able to find that she survives the waves. If she doesn't, well, you might have to 50 her. But again, the more 50s that you can bring in these runs, just the easier that it is. So that is the guide. Buringiri, level 40, 5-star, 3 ascensions, some pretty budget gear on him. And yeah, we can get Doom Tower, the first one, done, and that's brilliant, because it does mean we can do our advanced quests every day, get the legendary book, get the epic, get the 5-star chicken, 4-star chicken, and XP, which is of course all lovely. Right, I've been the Filthy Casual. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back with some more videos soon. Take it easy, guys. Peace.